we're going to bring up a name that is some of you are either going to roll your eyes or you're going to comment negative things, but it's been talked about and we have to talk about it. Chipper Jones. I have seen more fake posts about this in the past week on Facebook that, frankly, the older crowd, I love you, but you're believing it, and it's not true. Chipper has stated outright that he is not having any interest in managing full-time. He managed the futures game this past year, which I think kind of caused this uprising. Not that it wouldn't have already been there to some degree, but because he showed a slight bit of interest in managing, this has now started. And I would say this, as much as Chipper is beloved in Atlanta, he brought up a good point when asked about it, because I was in the press conference. I was there when he was asked this. And he was asked, basically, would you like to manage the Atlanta Braves one day? We've heard you manage, we've seen you manage this game. Would you like to manage the Braves? And he brought up a good point. Not only the fact that he's got kids at home and a wife at home that he promised that, until the kids are old enough, he's not going to be interested in any of that. But he also said, what would the GM do if he had to fire me? Is he really going to fire the best known Atlanta Brave that's alive? That'd be a tough sell. And that's the position that the GM puts himself in. Chipper basically made it clear that he likes where he is in an advisory role where he can show up to the ballpark, assist with a hitting coach, or give some pointers and maybe make some decisions alongside the front office, guide them a certain way. He's also been quite a mouthpiece for the front office over the past couple of years in some sticky situations. Remember when Freddie Freeman happened? He was the one out there basically giving the Braves side of things publicly, which Double-A couldn't really do, and neither could Snitker, and neither could anybody. Chipper was the guy that did it. So I think he likes where he is. I'm not saying it would never happen, but I don't think it's happening in 2025 or 26. Maybe not till after 2030, if it is ever to happen. He may be, if we get a manager for the next decade, he may be the guy that comes after that. But I don't see it happening. He's already said he'd rather be a hitting coach, which I do think actually fits him better. Not saying he couldn't manage, but I think he'd be a better hitting coach. He's one of the greatest switch hitters of all time. He knows how to hit from both sides of the plate, which he can help probably anybody. He's assisted a lot of guys over the years with their swing. I think that fits him better. But again, never say never, but I am saying not happening in 2025.